Hey everyone. So I tried to stay up last night so that I could play cock, and I didn't have any SVS points, so I just basically went to go get some throne points. You know how you can sit in the throne and you get some points based off of your march size. So I just was doing some simple, annoying throne work. Any size can do this, by the way. You don't have to be a big player. We have a lot of small players. 7-Eleven is one of them. He has multiple multiple accounts that he can reset the throne. It's amazing to watch him. Apparently on the other side on Big Earl server, they also have somebody that is like a 7-Eleven that also likes to reset throne and play throne. So it was actually kind of fun to see how they play. So of course, when you're doing this type of stuff, you're really going to be utilizing a lot of march speeds and a lot of fake type of marches, right? Just to reset buildings because you obviously don't want to send a full march in if you know the big guy is unbubbled and he can easily swipe you, right? So I'm not there trying to play like Temple Wars or trying to get points that way. I was just trying to get the simple, easy points sitting in the throne. That's it. I figured everybody was sleeping. I would be safe here. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, as you can see, you get a lot of red screen, and it's really, really annoying because they'll set rallies on you, they'll scout you, they'll, scout all the buildings. So every time they scout a building, you get that red notification. So I wanted to do this video just to warn you guys to make sure when you're setting up your alerts to double check it, or make sure, like, I'm not 100% sure if maybe I did the alert setting wrong. So I was getting so annoyed by all these scouts, right? So I didn't record it because I just it seems so unimportant to me at the time. I only recorded a little bit of this to show you guys me getting like a little bit of points in the throne. So I turned off the alert settings. Let me show you how I did that so that you see, just you can maybe tell me where I went wrong, because I want you to avoid doing this mistake that I did because it can be very costly. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so Seven sent his alt to rally me, and as you'll see, I don't see a red. I don't see any red because in my alert settings, I put anything that is 35 and below, I am not going to get a red signal, right? So if you're dealing with a really annoying alt, they might be a level 27, they might be a 39. You can set it here. Now, is where I went wrong, was I supposed to set a troop power? Because I put 0 for troop power because I just wanted any troop power to be able to show up red as long as they're not a keep 35 and below. But for whatever reason, I I did not get any any rally notifications. So while I was just chilling and blabbing in AC, while my phone was literally watching the throne, I was just like, going back and forth, talking in AC, watching the throne. I got rallied twice and I didn't even see it because I didn't get notified. So here's the chat of me just blabbing away. I woke up, I had only like 200 million points in SVS, so I thought, you know what, I'll just sit in the throne, get some more points. Maybe I can make my 500, call it a day. So I'm just sitting here blabbing. I got rank 39 in cock. Even though I stayed up all night to play cock, I fell asleep during the event. This is how boring the event is that I actually fell asleep, or maybe it was me staying up all night that put me to sleep. So I went back to the throne screen and I realized that I had like 33 power, and I started seeing red lines coming from me. So I didn't record any of this because I just thought I was just sitting in the throne doing nothing. So I teleported really quickly, but I couldn't bubble obviously because I was in the throne. So of course, I'm trying to find people to help me reset. I'm, frantically teleporting around, and if you're ever in this situation, if you are in immediate danger, you don't want to restart your game right away, especially if the game gets stuck. You want to kind of teleport around And that way, like, you're being a jumping bean, right? You're being a hot potato. So the first thing is to jump out of the throne area. Get out of the forest, because the forest and PvP introduce a lot of lag. I know you all have experienced it. So get out of the forest and jump around. And you just want to keep jumping, because if they set another rally on you, just remember it takes 10 seconds for them to fill a rally and launch it. So if you're already preemptively jumping around, they're never going to be able to land on you. So I will do that a couple of times first. Then I will hit my server up in the right-hand corner on the map, or I will go to bookmark and bookmark where I have, a subsidy bookmarked. And I will go and teleport there. Once you're on your own server, you're going to be a lot safer because there's less lag when you're on your own server. Now, in between me jumping around, I'm asking World Chat to reset the enemy throne, because the reason why I have to jump around is because I can't bubble, right? So thankfully, we have some amazing players, 7-Eleven especially. He is always on to play thrones. He conquers temples and he can reset anything. He has multiple accounts to do it. And I think that, I think his size is like under 100 million power. So this is my favorite type of free-to-play, low-coining player, is they are super essential to SVSs and battlefields, right? Like portal players, but he's actually smaller than a portal player. So the fact that he's able to play this all the time is amazing. And on their end, they also have a 7-Eleven, right? Because their person Trouble in February, I think it's the same person. They do the same thing. They're doing the resetting the thrones and all that kind of stuff. And it's a strategy in itself, because they annoy you so much that you're just like, you know what, I just want to go home. I don't want to deal with all these, red screens and everything. So that's why I wanted to do the alert settings, because I knew that a 29 power player, right, kept setting on me. If I could delete that, then I could just sit in the throne and relax and chill. So the problem is I either did it wrong, so let me know in the comments if I did it wrong, or the function is not working, so you guys should know this. Luckily, when they rallied me with no re-ins, I was point positive, but that could have been really bad. I mean, I could have lost the SVS for people that people worked really hard on. I could have definitely been really negative. So it was about 5 billion positive to 3 billion negative, so that's not that bad. I'm happy that I didn't have to grind away for 3 more hours to get 500 million points. So, I mean, there's that. That's the positive of it. But of course, then there's the source of life, which is fine. I'm okay on the source of life. But just making sure you guys know about this, because I would hate to see other people get caught with their pants down. And it just sucks because, for me at least, I get really bored and I have like ADHD, so I can't just sit still and like just like watch the throne twiddling my thumbs. Like, I want to talk to people, I want to go in my city and fix things. But going in your city, and I don't know if this is the same for you guys or not, but every time I go into my city and go out, it takes a good 20 to 30 seconds before I can move between the two. I don't know if it's a game function, maybe it's just my device, but I don't really know. And what I noticed too is even in battlefields, like my marches will get stuck and maybe like other people's won't. So I'm not really sure. My game is updated. I am on an older phone only because I need the SD card. So maybe I just need to get a newer device that only, maybe I only do battlefields on it, but we'll have to figure that part out. But yeah, here's the negative. So, yeah, just another day of SVS on 580. I'll have to say that this was more exciting though than Cock was, and I'm debating if I should even do a video on Cock, because I did record it and I fell asleep, and good thing I don't snore. So maybe I can go back to like the parts that I actually wasn't active on to see what happened. But the team won, so that's great. But what I really liked the fact of Cock is that we got first place, but I didn't play half the time, right? And then most of our Battlefield players weren't there. It was maybe, like 6 or 7 Battlefield players, and the rest were, the grinders, and they still won. So I truly believe from the feedback in the last video that I think the grinders should just have the event. You know what I mean? Because they still were able to win, and you have to understand that cock is about the buildings, and the free to play players they really know the buildings a lot, right? They know how to play that. So you know, let me know. I guess I'll try to make a video later. Also, this is their version of 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is so freaking polite. He would never, he would never bully the other players. But this person, he called me a loser. So I hope Big Earl sets him straight because Big Earl is very polite. Fortuné is really awesome. I'm really glad to have gotten to play them. And another unsuccessful yet successful day on Evony. See you guys soon.